Now we are going to see about the importance of electrical power. The electrical power is the most predominant factor in the development of the mankind. A nation which generates electrical energy many times more than the muscular power can only attain the high level of industrial and agriculture growth. The national income is directly proportional to the electrical energy consumed by the nation. What are the advantages of electrical energy? The electrical energy, it is cheaper than all other forms of energy. It can be easily controlled. A simple switch can control huge amount of electrical energy, and also it can be transmitted and distributed over long distance. It does not give out any smoke, dust, fumes or gases, and therefore it maintains hygienic atmosphere and surroundings. It can be used to heat insulating materials, dielectrics, non-metals. This is not possible in the case of any other form of energy because it is more advantageous than other form of energy. Then what about the sources of energies? The sources of energy based on that power generation methods, it varies. That is the conventional sources and the non-conventional energy sources. The first one is the conventional energy sources. The main source is coal. Coal is used to make the steam. The steam runs turbine which are coupled to a generator. Then the power plant structure, having the what are all the source. That source it's connected to the prime mover. Prime mover it is give the mechanical energy to the alternator or generator. In that alternator it converts the electrical energy. That is the main function of that electrical power plant. The initial cost of that steam power plant is that is the coal is very less compared than the atomic power plant. The fuel is used in steam power plant is cheaper as compared to the nuclear and diesel plants. The cost of generation and maintenance is also not very high. It needs lesser space as compared to hydel stations. But in the case of pollution is the atmosphere is polluted. The running cost is higher as compared to the hydroelectric power plant, preferably be installed near to coal mines. It should be located near river side because we need a more huge amount of water to run the thermal power plant. The land should be cheap and further extension should be possible. Also, they are located near the load center to reduce the cost of transmission cost will be reduced. About the efficiency of steam power plants, it is very low because it is having some of the losses. Overall efficiency of that steam power plant is around 30% because 9% of heat energy is lost in the boiler. 59% heat is lost during the transfer of heat from turbine to condenser, and about 2% heat is lost in the generator. Due to that reason, the efficiency of steam power plant is very low, around 30%. The next one is diesel power plant. Another source is diesel. The overall capital cost for installation is very less, and also the possible to quick starting, and located at the load center because space required is very small. Requires only limited staff for the diesel power plant. Can work only as standby power plant due to the running cost. Running charges are very high. Cost of lubrication is also high. The next one is the nuclear power plant. The another source is uranium. Uranium is used as a source in the nuclear power plants. The amount of fuel required is very small. For producing bulk power, it is very economical, and also it has very small running charges. Require lesser space compared than the thermal power plant. Highly qualified staff is required for that nuclear power plant. Radioactivity hazards cannot be totally eliminated in this nuclear power plant. Cost of installation is very high compared than the other power plants. Disposal of byproduct is serious problem. The next one is the plant should be erected near the river or lake. The same as required a huge amount of water for that nuclear power plant also. Located away from the population due to the radioactivity problem hazards, we need to locate the nuclear power plant from populated area, away from the populated area. The next source is hydel plants. Hydel plants use the cheapest fuel, therefore we are using the water. About the pollution, the pollution free, the no smoke, no ash, no atmospheric pollutions. The running charges are very small compared than other conventional plants. Plant can be switched on instantly. The thermal power plant takes the time to switch down a power plant, but in that case, instantly we may start the hydroelectric power plant. Also helps in flood control and irrigation of fields. The useful life of thermal plant is 22. The useful life of the thermal power plant is 20 to 25 years, but in the case of hydroelectric power plant, the lifespan is 100 to 125 years. And the efficiency of the hydro power plant does not change with age. It's a constant one. The high initial cost for construction depend on weather conditions. Based on the water availability only it may run. The high cost of transmission because it is built away from the load center. That is a remote place only the dam is constructed. Thank you.